CHAMPS Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. And welcome into Kennedy Ice Arena down here in lovely Trenton, Michigan. Of course, the Trenton Showcase going on, and we've got a dandy for you this afternoon. There is a buzz about this game, the likes of which I'm not sure I've ever seen. And along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel, I'm Sean Belegian. Mike, let's talk about that buzz. Everybody's been talking about this one for weeks now, CC Houghton.
For weeks, if not months. That ever since we were up there in the UP for that Houghton Calumet trip, they've been talking about it. Last night at the rink, I wanted to talk to some parents about their game. Their first question is, what's going to happen in the Houghton CC game? 100% the biggest buzz I've seen in a high school hockey game in a long time.
Well, let's start with the Gremlins from Houghton. They are having a magical season. They have a fantastic coach in Coach Markham. And Mike, they bring so much to the table, starting with that top line, which in a word is dynamic.
Absolutely, and we can start at the top with Coach Markham. You watch this team, you know how well they're coached. Me and you both said, this is the best passing team we've ever seen in high school hockey. Then you get to that top line, Markham, Stevens, Carlson. When we were up there after 13 games, 118 points, I'm not sure, is that any good? I mean, these guys are just lighting it up. So it's not a matter of, are you going to stop them? How much are you going to allow them to have? They're going to get their points. How can they slow them down?
Well, it's certainly not to be undone. Coach Kalinicki and the Shamrocks having another fantastic season in Division One. They're coming off a great weekend where they knocked off two teams from out of state. Mike, when you talk about Catholic Central, you talk about the D word, and that's depth.
100%. You can't talk about CC without depth. And if we go back to last weekend, we know what happened. They're hurt. They're a little bit banged up this late in the season. You bring in two strong prep schools. It's the best I've seen them play. They played fast again. They played physical. They came out in that first period, which is going to be the struggle. Today, let's watch. How do they come out in that first period?
Well, it's finally here, the game everybody's been talking about. Number one, Catholic Central taking on number two, Houghton, and we've got it for you right here. Game Time Live next.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
And welcome into Kennedy Ice Arena, where, need I say more, Catholic Central, Houghton, number one versus number two, here this afternoon on Game Time Live. We are just a few moments away from this titanic matchup, and Mike Ivesel, I don't want to overstate this. However, I don't remember buzz like this for a regular season game in my time covering this great product in the MHSAA.
Yeah, we've been saying it over and over, and 100%. I've never seen this. I've never heard talk like this. I'm telling you, I don't think they're kidding when they said when they crossed the bridge guards, the toll keepers were asking them, how do you think you're going to do? What's this game going to be like? If you're not up for this game, I don't even know if you have a pulse. We're sitting here watching slowly but surely. We thought this 3:30 game time would be tough, Sean. Look at them filtering in here. Who doesn't want to see this game?
Well, you know, how busy is it out here in Trenton? There is a line to even get into the lot. A lot which has been filled most of the afternoon as it is, and people have to find different options. How big is this game? You can see players from different teams, coaches from different teams, filtering into the rink and filtering into the beautiful boxes up here at Kennedy Ice Arena, Mike, so they can take a peek at this one.
Absolutely. We talk about it. This is high school hockey. This isn't just your mom and your grandma and your uncle coming to watch and root on their kid. This is everybody in the state wants to see this. This is about pride. This is about, I played about this kid. We might face these guys in the playoffs. We want to see it. Again, this is the heart of high school hockey, and we're going to talk this game to death. We got 2 games after this that we're going to do that are just as big, but right now we're about to drop the puck on 1 versus 2. UP versus the lower P, we call it. Here we go.
2 of the best players in the state in the circle right now. Camden Markham for Houghton. I have a feeling we're going to be saying his name quite a bit, number 9. And, of course, number 25 for Catholic Central, the dynamic Landon West. Catholic Central with an opportunity to clear it. They do into the neutral zone in front of our broadcast point. Here's West on the puck. West leading a rush, 3-on-2. West loses it, throws a backhand in front, just a wide. Gremlins on the puck, deep in their own zone. Catholic Central trying to get that forecheck going. Still on the puck, Landon West. Shot, score!
Sean,
high slot, off the post and in.
just as I was about to say, CC defense better be nervous with the way Markham forechecked that first shift. CC's forecheck just turns this puck over, and watch the patience coming up. This is all the way to the breakout where they broke Houghton's forecheck here, but they got it in. It starts with West. You got Drew Urbane's going to end up with the puck here in the corner to pass it over for a 2-and-1. Forecheck by Rogowski. Forecheck by West. Turnover to Urbane. Nice patience on the pass, and he's been hitting that shot all year. Top shelf.
Here they come again. Shamrocks, there are 3 of them. Puck goes into the corner. Still on it as the Shamrocks come out buzzing. Battle behind the net. Shamrocks come out with it again. To the line. Shot from the line. Deflected in front. Another opportunity knocked away. To the line and finally out. And here come the Gremlins looking for something. Opportunity in front. Score!
Oh, boy.
What a shot by Jace DeForge. And their first shot on net goes in, and we're tied at 1, a minute and 7 in.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. That started with a pinch by Nathan Grons, top defenseman out of CC. He loves shortening that gap. Usually it works for him. That comes over. His partner tries the pinch for him. A nice little chip over. The forechecker Wantuck can't get back in again. Upstairs. Now we've got a goal for the first line, a goal for the Gremlins second line. What are our third lines going to do here?
Gremlins on it again. Puck in back behind Luca Narado, the fine goaltender for the Shamrocks. Kept in by Houghton, shot in deep far corner. Catholic Central gets there first to the line and out. Boy, Mike, not the start that any of us imagined, but here come Gremlins again. This time it's Arco. Arco by himself as they make changes. Now Markham back on the ice. Camden Markham with an old school hip check there at the line. Give an opportunity for Shamrocks to come the other way. Puck goes into the corner as Shamrocks make a change now. Opportunity to get something going here for the Gremlins. One apiece. A mere 2 minutes into this game. Pass in front, opportunity! Oh, just through the wickets and wide. Now the Shamrocks get it to the line, just over the line. Houghton has to touch up. Mike, how's your breathing?
Oh, boy, if you're faint of heart, you might not want to watch this game if you know someone playing it. But we're watching. This chemistry by this top line's amazing.
Yeah, Markham with a good play there to get it to Stevens. Catholic Central gets it out over the line. Just choosing to dump it back in is Jack Ruddick. And here comes Catholic Central the other way. Boy, you better play a 200-foot game in this one, Mike, because these guys are working, both these squads.
You wonder how long they can keep this pace up, Sean, but you're not wrong. It is end-to-end nonstop.
Catholic Central with an opportunity out into the neutral zone. They pump it in deep. Carrying the puck down there low is Rogowski. Rogowski and Landon West doing work down there with a gremlin. I'm sorry, I can't see the number. It was 4. Rajala. Rajala gives chase. Puck high off the boards, but not out. Shot back in near corner by the Shamrocks. Now here's an opportunity the other way. 2-on-2. Nice move at the line. That's Rajala. Rajala's going to keep it back behind the net. It's got a man in front. Oh, just poked away nicely as they were rooting in deep. Shot from 50 feet, stopped, and Catholic Central comes the other way. It's Grand. And I can call him Grand because you told me that was his nickname,
absolutely.
Right?
He goes by Grands, and let's be honest, we're going to butcher that name if we try it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. One apiece. Here come the Gremlins. Throwing it in deep, giving chase down there is Arco. Arco working back behind the net along with number 12, Jack Sayan. Opportunity in front. Narado had to stand tall. Into the corner now. Giving chase down there is Halonen. Halonen gets knocked aside. Catholic Central into the neutral zone. Houghton's got a touch up now. Play called. Alta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule. Uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Well, Sean, right now I think Houghton's speed is really giving CC's defense fits. And here's our first matchup of 1 versus 3. You got Houghton's top line, CC's third line. This is what needs to happen for one of these teams to win here. Your secondary lines have to win the game.
Well, on this third line for the Shamrocks is number 19, a kid that can fly. So let's see how that speed versus speed goes. Puck goes through number 19, a young man named Sebastian Ivesil. He's on it again, though. Puck comes in and wisely choosing to freeze it.
Wow, and I think number 19 was just introduced to the 1 versus 2 game. A little lumberjack action there. How you doing? I heard that one all the way up here. I think a couple of dads even said, wow.
Draw stays deep in that Gremlin zone. They come out now to take this. Is Schmidt. Schmidt on the draw. Let's see who Houghton counters with. That's going to be Rajala.
Yeah, you got fourth line against second line here. This is that depth everybody talks about.
Our
Sean.
spotter, Kirk Hunter, letting me know what's going on. We appreciate Coach Hunter up here. Puck in the neutral zone, trying to move it forward, losing his skate, but getting it in the zone for the moment. Now here comes Houghton the other way. Quick recovery there by number 20, Jason Spiegel coming over. Spiegel on the puck again with a giveaway. Narado says enough of this. I'm just going to freeze it. Is rooting in deep was the Houghton goal scorer, Jace DeForge.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Sean. As we know, you get to this point in the season, everyone's beat up a little bit. We know CC's a little bit beat up, a little bit thin there at D. They got some guys here that are going to have major minutes in this game. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond.
Halonen and West on this draw deep in the CC zone. 1-1 game, 11:56 to go here. First period. Puck lay there for a moment. CC clears it back around the rim. Opportunity to get it out, stays at the line. Houghton all over the puck, trying to keep that puck in. Two different Gremlin players down, but CC able to send it back into the Houghton zone. Giveaway in their own zone. High slot shot deflected into the corner. Landon West on it. West with a pass out in front, nearly caught the goaltender. Far point, shot back in behind the net. Another difficult angle shot. Puck up in the paraphernalia, and the play is called.
Thought maybe he grabbed it there. Ref's right there, makes the right call. But again, Now that we've slowed down, that's super fast. Each team gets a goal start. We're feeling each other, and we're going to start to get a little bit bigger feel for how this game's going to go. And right now, the forechecks on both these teams are helping themselves out.
Going to take this draw, Ryan Wantuck. Going to take this draw, won backwards by Markham. And an opportunity for Gremlins to get it out. They get it into neutral zone, but controlled there by the Shamrocks. D to D. Into the Houghton zone, kept in, play called at the line. 11:07 to go in this one. Everything even across the board. 5-5 your shots, 1-1 the score.
Absolutely, and I think that's indicative of what we're seeing here. Everyone's getting their chances. These kids are living up to what we thought this game would be. How is this first line going to handle the ice time that they're going to get when it's spread out on the CC team?
Catholic Central tries to pump it in. Houghton says enough of that, just sends it the length of the ice, called on the icing. Hey, Lawrence Technological University is the creative university of the future. Registration is now open for spring semester 2023 classes. Go to ltu.edu for more information.
All right. Quick little icing.
Wantuck takes that draw into the corner for Catholic Central. That's kind of a blind spot for Mike and I'm not going to lie to you, but to the line, and Houghton with an opportunity now. Takes a big hit right in front of us, Landon Stevens. Stevens back on the puck, though. Tries to shoot it in, stopped there, and shot in by number 16, Nolan Galda. Opportunity to break out now, just off the stick. They tried that chip pass. But Houghton back on it again. Here come the Gremlins. Very active Sully Rajala. He throws it in back behind the net. Heads to the high slot. Gremlin player knocked down. Rajala comes in to support. Puck gets out into the neutral zone. CC on it again. CC showing flashes of speed themselves, Mike. You know, so much of the talk going into this game was the speed of Houghton. It's there. Don't forget Catholic Central can motor a bit as well.
Yeah, this is one of the faster teams that they have, Sean, but we'll say it here. When they use it, they've got to use it at the right spots. And that means when you're off the puck, in my opinion.
Catholic Central shoots the puck back in. Now D to D back behind the net. An opportunity off the boards. Never a bad decision just to get the puck out. And the Shamrocks rim it around. 9.5 to go here in this tie game. 1 versus 2. Along with Mike Iveson, my name is Sean Belegian. Glad you could join us wherever you may be. Nice poke away there, stopping what could have been a 2-on-1.
Absolutely. Just lost the puck off his toe a little bit there, but hey, you got to be in that spot to get to that 2-on-1 right there, so they got to be happy. We can hear the benches below us. They are stressing forecheck, forecheck, forecheck. There's too much skill on this ice to give these guys a second of time. You give them a second, Sean, you know they're going tape to tape. It's going to be a breakout with speed, and you're in trouble.
Another draw deep in the Houghton zone. As these two coaches kind of playing that chess match, Mike, of who they want to match against one another. It's the two top lines again, the West line and the Markham line. Trying to get the puck over to Markham. Markham chips it ahead. Narado says, I'm just going to freeze that. You know, speaking of Camden Markham, Mike, I want to give a shout out to Camden's grandparents who are listening right now in Bradenton. The Paolis.
Okay.
I hope I pronounced that correctly, but the Paoli family listening in Bradenton, Florida.
How about
your
that?
grandson says hello, and so does your son-in-law.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? That's what's great about state champs, getting a lot of people to watch their grandkids and kids play that couldn't do it regularly.
Puck into the neutral zone, controlled by Catholic Central. Here they come again. West heads to the net. West with a man on him, deflected in front, back in behind the goaltender. Puck into the corner. Gremlins get a chance to get it out, and that's going to go the length of the ice for the icing.
That doesn't hurt. Get that puck out. Turnovers hurt way more than an icing here. You come down, now you got a chance to win a faceoff in your own zone. So
Can
no
I
harm done.
Can I give you another shout-out?
Oh, yeah, please.
How about our buddy Scott from Alta?
Okay.
He is actually watching the game right now And it looks like he's down in sunny Florida, too.
I like that pool right there.
We are very envious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Sebastian, very, very, very envious. But we got a pretty good vantage point here in a fantastic game. Can't thank our friends from Ulta and Lawrence Tech enough for making this possible. 1-1. Gremlins trying to get out of their own zone. That persistent forecheck by Catholic Central, Mike, making it difficult.
Absolutely. And I like what I see out of Houghton. Something's going to click here. They are always moving, Sean. Off the puck.
Trying to get something going. That's Rajala. He just chips it forward. He's going to go for a change. They're going to send in Millette. Millette goes in deep, but it's Catholic Central to the line and out of play. 7:48 to go here in this first period.
Right now, Sean, the big difference I'm seeing, and eventually it tips, is Houghton is getting out of their zone a little bit easier with their stretch passes than CC is. They're getting clogged up on their boards. They've got to do a better of getting the puck to space or tape. One or the other.
Play called at the line, so we'll do it again. Drop it right in front of our broadcast vantage point. Of course, Houghton in the black-on-black jerseys, and Catholic Central with that traditional look with the white jersey, blue pants. Just a classic look, Mike.
Yes, absolutely. And it's nice and clean here, and they're going to try to get it dirty in front
here. They are in front, absolutely. Dell held on to the puck and tried to send it in front, nobody home. Back to get it is Grons. Grons at the line, it stopped, shot deflected high up into the netting, and the draw will stay in the Catholic Central zone.
And that was exactly what I was talking about. They had the guys out there for the stretch. It was a misread by the defenseman who tried to curl it around the boards, a little wheel there. You're not going to get through two Gremlins right there. And that led to a turnover and a scoring opportunity.
Top lines matched up again. There's Camden Markham taking this draw against Landon West. Two guys, I might add, on our Player of the Year list. We'll decide that not too long from now. Opportunity in front, puck loose. Oh, somehow stayed out. Markham was in behind the goaltender, and I think a CC stick swept it away at the last second, Mike.
Wow, that just had eyes that didn't want to go in the net there. That's a bad break.
Big Rogowski loses it. Now coming in is Markham. Markham working on number 10, Jackson Hare. Markham picks up the puck. He's by himself. Waits. Look at that patient trying to send it out in front. Nobody home but Landon West. He gets it out of the zone. Gremlins have to start over. Giveaway there. Look out. And I think we're going to get the game's first penalty, Mike.
As I look up and I see a stick in half, I have a feeling I know what this call is going to be, Sean.
You think so?
I think so. I'm going to put my best bet on slashing.
Hey, every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common. Officials. And officials are needed now more than ever. Go to MHSAA.com for more info, because without officials, it's just practice. Cannot thank our executive producer, John Watson, enough for everything that he does. Thank you.
I got confusing there for a second. I think Houghton was saying that CC slashed the stick and broke the stick, but the call was the slash and his stick broke in the act of the slasher, so we get to see the CC power play.
Here they go. They win the draw, and it all starts there. D to D now. Far point just throws it towards the net, saw it all the way in. No problem with the stop there. Draw stays deep in the Catholic Central zone. Chuck and Kevin and John Kidd and our official spotter, whether he wants to admit it or not, Kirk Hunter. Thanks for everything you do, boys.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Sean, here. They like to run this umbrella and pass off some one-timers, but with the injuries and some new guys back there, they've really struggled to connect on these passes.
CC at the point, playing D to D. Get it along the near boards, now back to D to D. Showing some patience now, lots of time left. Shot comes, knocked aside. Controlled by Catholic Central for the moment. Gremlins on it, though. Weaving his way through trouble is Wantuck. To the point and out. Opportunity for Gremlins to get the change. Mike, it's the short change as well, and they'll take it.
Yeah, it's there. You have to watch on this. There's so much skill and speed on Houghton. You turn this puck over, you're going to have a shorthanded goal in your net here real soon.
1:10 remaining in this Shamrock power play, the game's first power play. Good forecheck there by Markham to kill off some time. as he's forced the Shamrocks to try to will their way out of their zone. And here they come with 4 of them. Send it in deep. First guy there is Rogowski. Rogowski in the corner, throws it high slot. West is going to shoot, didn't miss by much. 45 seconds remaining in this Shamrock power play. Kind of setting up the umbrella here, Mike. Shot. Stopped. Kicked aside. Opportunity to get it out. No. Kept in by Shamrocks. And finally a backhand is going to send it the length of the ice. Allow Gremlins to get a change. Quickly back the other way is West. West tried to set up and shoot. Went right off his stick. Gremlins going to chip it out again. Good kill here by the Gremlins, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a late change that almost cost them, but disciplined enough to get back there and stop that shot by West.
10 seconds left. Shooting it in this time is number 26, Schmidt, Hero Schmidt. Puck goes into the corner. Gremlins get it along the half boards. Now set in front. Boy, a big deflection in front. Goaltender had to be safe there. And into the corner and whistled down. 4:24 to go in this one, Mike. 1-1. Shots on goal now 12-7 in favor of the Shamrocks.
Absolutely, and that was a nice quick one. What we're seeing is we know CC loves to use their D, but you have to move your feet or get a quick shot off there. Hare did that, led to not only a scoring chance, Iveso with the tip, but the rebound was right there. I think it was Rogowski, the big fella in front of the net. But again, and I'm going to use this nickname because I saw it in when we were up there, Bryant Bruce Lee with a big save. And I do believe that's his official nickname.
Gremlins chip it up. Try to get something back going the other way. Giving chase. Going D to D back behind the net. Stopping, turning. Nice move there by Hare. Shamrocks get an opportunity to get into neutral zone. Promptly pumped back in by the Gremlins. Naruto out to play it. Off the boards. Going to go the length of the ice, and that is going to be called. No, waved off. Waved off. Kind of caught me off guard. I thought that was going to be icing.
I'm going to admit, I kind of laid off the call there for a second. I looked down.
Here come the Gremlins with speed. It's Markham working 1-on-3 as he gets his mates out there. This top line, Gabbert Carlson, Camden Markin, and Landon Stevens.
Nice forecheck in here.
Keeping the puck in deep.
Yep.
That's Iveso down there. Working on the D-men. You can hear the official saying, move it, move it, move it. Shamrocks keep the pressure on in that far corner. Another big battle down there. A couple of white jerseys, and finally coming out with it are the Gremlins. Play it back behind the net. Now some space to move it up. Tried that home run pass up the middle. Good recovery there by the Catholic Central defense, and they try to get going in transition.
That Gremlin speed is such a problem, Sean. These defense don't know what to do. They're getting it, so I'm telling them to do taper space. They have no choice but to rim it.
Big hit there along the boards. Trying to work his way on the backhand. Now outside the circle, throw it back to the point. A shot from 55 feet knocked aside. Back on the puck is Gulda. Gremlins take over, though, going to try it up the middle again, and that is definitely going to be enough for icing. 2:21 to go in this one.
We think it's going to be an icing. It's a good one, but, I mean, all around, again, a good game. I think both teams are doing what we expected, what they expected to do, and it's just kind of, you see this waiting period, but something's going to happen here with the aggressive D out of CC and the stretch pass from the Gremlins. They're going to hit one here coming up.
Boy, they've tried that home run pass a few times in this first period.
Absolutely.
Good point.
With their speed and their skill, they're catching these passes. It's going to hit at one point.
Gremlins in back behind their own net. Going to throw it to the other side. Nobody home, but the puck does get out over the line. Catholic Central right back on it, though. There's two of them. Hanging one man back, the dangerous Devish KC. Doing work down low. Tyler O'Brien down there as well. Puck goes back behind the net. Giving chase is Wyatt Jenkins. Wyatt Jenkins, the junior, gets knocked down. Gets a mate for help in that far corner. Boy, it is just for both these teams. Icing's going to be waved off for both these teams, Mike. It's proven arduous when that forecheck is going to get the puck out of the zone.
Yeah.
Catholic Central skates it out for the moment. Now Markham on it. Markham with Carlson. Pass in front. Oh, just missed. Naranjo had to be careful there. Shot bounces off the defenseman, and that's going to go the length of the ice.
And once again, there's nothing wrong with this, guys. Get the puck out, especially when you're in trouble.
Hey, coming up at our first intermission, Elizabeth Kuhn is in studio to talk with Lawrence Tech hockey coach Ken Gaffney. Plus, Mike and I had a candid conversation with the legend from the UP, the one and only Jimmy Young. That and more on Game Time Live.
You can see some shell shock here on the CC defense. They haven't played someone. When Markham, Carlson, and Stevens are out there, it is a different level of speed, and they're really struggling with it right now.
Grans going D to D with his defense partner, Curtin. Curtin throws it up there, trying to get something going for Shamrock's giveaway. Landon West on it. Backhand pass into the slot area, nobody home, giving the Gremlins a chance to come back the other way. Icing waved off, of course, never got there, so quickly in transition, Shamrocks try to get something going. West stops at his own line. He's got 2 men on him, loses it there. Thrown in, back behind, Luca Naranjo. Thrown around the other side, nobody home but Millette. Millette loses it to the line, not out, and finally an opportunity for West to get it out. Now coming the other way is Ivesil. Ivesil tried to go outside in. Gremlins had none of it and poke it away. 8 seconds left in this first period. Time for one more opportunity. Ivesil going in deep. Puck sent around the other way, nobody home, and that is going to the end of this first period. A very entertaining first period, Mr. Ivesil.
100%.
And now we get a chance to catch our breath.
I think we need to, because that is everything we thought it was going to be. And again, you can't but be impressed with that top line with Mark and Stevens and Carlson. And I apologize if I continue to call him Carlisle. I don't know why that's stuck in my head, Sean. But like I said, it's a different level of speed. I have a feeling CC is going to regroup with their defense in between periods here and give them some ideas on what to do when they are pressed by this speed.
1-1 after 17 minutes of play. Don't you go anywhere. We have a conversation with Coach Gaffney, and we'll catch up with our old friend Jimmy Young from the UP. In the meantime, for my broadcaster Mike Ivesil, I'm Sean Belligian. So glad you could join us on Game Time Live.
We are at intermission at the MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase. We're back in the studio with the L2 head coach, Coach Gaffney. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great to be here, Elizabeth.
From the beginning of the season till now, what's the improvement that you've seen since September?
Improvements in many areas. We've got great leadership, returning players, but also a great freshman class. And probably in that latter group, the freshman class, both in our D1 and D3, they continue to develop right from the start of the season in a consistent manner. So they've added some great firepower, some great depth, and that's been just a great part of our season as far as development.
And you guys have 2 ranked teams, so what does that say about where the program is at right now?
Yeah, you know, we're proud to represent Lawrence Tech. We're certainly proud of the hockey program, and currently our D1 team is ranked 15th in the country, and our D3 team is ranked 6th in the country. We're hopeful that those rankings will even improve on the next posting coming up in a couple of days. And I think we're really just one of 2 teams that can boast having both their teams in the top 15 nationally. So the guys are proud of their effort, and certainly the staff has been pleased.
You guys have the Clark Park game coming up. What makes that weekend so special?
Yeah, it'll be our 13th annual outdoor classic at Clark Park. Many things make it special. First, the people at Clark Park, Anthony Benavides and his staff, they're just wonderful to work with. They present a great facility and experience. But anytime you get a chance to go outdoor and play in a hockey sense, it's one of the highlights of the year. We have great teams coming in. D1's going to be playing Kent State and Toledo. and D3 will be playing Indiana, University of Indiana, and across state rival Ferris State. Even the opponents, it's a highlight for them, and to go out there and play at such a nice facility in the sport you love, it's a can't miss.
What makes this team so special from the rest?
You know what, as a coach, it's a tough question to answer, because each group, each season, they're kind of all of our babies, so to speak, in the sense of you love them all. But they have just great energy as an overall group. They train together, they practice together, they know each other well. But I would say they have just really good energy. We always look for a strong compete mentality. This group this year is cultivating that very, very well. So it's a fun group, it's a focus group.
For years, Lawrence Tech has been a huge part of the MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase. What does it mean for you guys to be a part of this?
Well, it's a great showcase, and we've been a signature sponsor of the showcase now for 9 seasons. And it's a big part of our hockey calendar. Our whole staff is down there all 3 days recruiting quality hockey players. So we're just proud to be associated as a signature sponsor with the MIHL. And the folks at the Trenton Kennedy Ice Arena also put on a good event.
Do you think that this is a great way to promote and recruit LTU players?
For sure. I can list every single season LTU hockey onboarding high school hockey players directly out of the MIHL Showcase. There's just so many quality high school programs that attend every year. The majority of them are in-state, but growing is some out-of-state high school programs that come in for the MIHL. So it's a big part of our recruiting, and we have great success bringing in quality hockey players.
And what would you say is the quality of high school hockey over these past couple of years?
I'm very bullish on high school hockey. As a side note, all 3 of my sons, for full disclaimer, played for Detroit Catholic Central. So the high school brand of hockey has been exceptional, based primarily with a lot of quality hockey coaches that lead their program, but also the players at those high school programs. They recognize the positive experience that they can have playing in front of their fellow students. So high school hockey is strong, and it continues to be strong.
And what would be the best way to contact the LTU hockey program if you had any interest?
Yeah, they can contact me at my email address, which would be kgaffney, KGAFFNEY @ltu.edu.
Awesome, thank you so much. We're gonna head back to Trenton for more high school hockey action.
So glad you could join us along with Mike Ivesel. I'm Sean Belegian, and of course, our special guest. Look, you know him and love him just like we do. He's the Greek. Jimmy Young from up north does a fantastic job, not just covering the teams in the Upper Peninsula, but certainly covering teams as a whole. Nice to see you again. We saw you about a month ago up in your neck of the woods, and I guess it was your turn to come down.
Well, it's my first of 2 trips, probably about a 4-week window. Just so you guys know, it took 6 hours to get from my house to the bridge, 3 hours to get from the bridge to here. Really bad weather coming in the other day, but what a fun atmosphere for tonight's game. Hey guys, wow, this is a blast. And as usual, thanks for the kind words. Good to see you, Mike, and Johnny, you as well.
And it's interesting, Mike, we had a chance to see Houghton last month. It's just outstanding. They are as advertised.
They lived up to all the hype. We kept hearing about Markham, Carlisle, Stevens, that top line, and how well they played. Wow, can they play? They play with speed, skill, and size.
Jimmy, one of the things you and I were talking about privately, and I think we could share the conversation here, there was a buzz about this game. I think this is one of the most highly anticipated games that really I can remember in the last decade.
I've seen 9 or 10 of these showcases, and you guys probably see more than I have, but I know back in town, even on my sales calls and client calls, what do you think's going to happen down at Trenton or Friday? What do you know about it? But yeah, it's not locally, it's statewide. It's everywhere. At the bridge even, people were talking about in the restaurant. No, people are coming down, but it's the people in here are amazing. But it's just, and sometimes you don't know how the hype's going to work with these deals. But what else did you want? Number 1 in the state, 19-0, Catholic Central. Number 2 in the state, Houghton, 20-0. it's a dream matchup, and whatever happens, we know we're going to see these teams on the road. But to say it's a playoff atmosphere would be an understatement.
You have seen this team more than anybody. I mean, we got a game and a period under our belt now, but what jumps out to you about this Houghton Gremlin team and makes them so dangerous, Jimmy?
Well, I've said it over the years, fundamental hockey. Everybody talks about that first line. That second line with Millette and company are strong. But it's the same thing with Corey. 20, 22 shots a game they give up, more or less. But they play as a team, and their weakness, and I don't want to say weakness, but Achilles' heel coming in was defense. But how the forwards come back and support the defense is phenomenal. But what would you expect from a coaching staff like that? You got Corey, you got two former NHLers, you got Micah Stipich, Jeff Finger, Coach Peterson. How everything works together in cohesiveness, which is the same with Catholic Central. And Sean, when you said something a couple years ago on one of your shows, which you guys do a great job, by the way. As I said, you put high school hockey on the map statewide. But you mentioned, I think, one of your shows last year, maybe this year, when you play Houghton, they're just a difficult team to play about. And Doug Garrow told me a couple years, Gremlins is the perfect nickname. You just don't know what's going to happen sometimes.
You know what? Speaking of Doug Garrow and Marquette, I had a chance to see them last week. Jimmy, my thoughts, I think they are a darn good team. One of the most well-coached and structured teams I've seen. You've seen them a few times. What are your thoughts on the Redmen for people that maybe are going to come out here to the showcase and take a gander at Marquette for the first time?
Heavy. They play heavy hockey. If you put your head down, remember Danny Gallivan, Sean? I'm sure. Remember when you're looking at the puck label, made in Czechia, you don't get the Slovakia, because if you're reading that puck and a Marquette Redmond's around there, Garrow is a heavy hitter. They've got 2 or 3 other thumpers on that club. You better be ready to play them as well. Physical, 2 good goaltenders, interchangeable parts, 2.5, 3 lines deep, a rugged defense. But that's a solid club, and I look for them to make a pretty good run in D2.
You know, Mike, it's interesting because it seems like every other year, and we've talked so much about this, maybe one year it's Hancock's turn to be the star. Calumet, Houghton. Calumet is down by Calumet standards, but anybody that looks past Calumet is making a dreadful mistake because of that kid named Axel Locus in net.
And that was another kid. When we got up there, we wanted to see him in action. We get to see him in the Final Four when Calumet's down there. But when we got him, he takes away that lower half of the net. He's not big in stature, but he puts himself in the right areas to take away the angles, and he plays a great game. And you can't count him out. Just ask Houghton last year.
I could sit here and talk to these two beauties for like the next half hour easy, but we've got second period action for you next. Don't go anywhere. Houghton Gremlins, Catholic Central Shamrocks.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
State Champs Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. Second period about to commence here at the Trenton Showcase Kennedy Ice Arena, along with Mike Iveson. My name is Sean Belegian. 1-1 your score after 17 minutes of play. You know, we wanted to give a shout out to Camden Markham's grandparents listening down in Florida. We have to give a shout out to Grandma Iveson listening in Northport, Florida, as her grandson, a young man by the name of Sebastiano Iveson, plays for Catholic Central. So in the interest of being fair, we got a Houghton shout-out in the first period and now a Catholic Central shout-out.
Absolutely. And you know my mom's your biggest fan, so you just made her very happy.
Well, you know I'm her biggest fan, and there's a special place in heaven for her because she knew us when we were kids.
Oh, boy.
So there's a special place in heaven for Barb Iveson. Thank you for listening, and wherever you may be listening, we really appreciate it. No place we'd rather be this afternoon. Nice hip check there, freezing him out, leaving the puck for the Shamrocks to get it out into the neutral zone. And here they come for the moment. West had it knocked away. Right in front of us, big battle in front of that Shamrock bench. On the puck, trying to knock it forward is Stevens. He does. Giving chase in his own end is Curtin. Takes a hit, but the puck is kept in at the line. Deflected in front into the corner. Digging in deep is Rajala. Back into the neutral zone now for Raffaelli. Opportunity for Gremlins knocked away, and here comes Catholic Central in transition until that's taken away and sent back in deep.
CC's still struggling defensively to move that puck in their zone, and they're turning it over to the weak side board almost every time.
There's West after a long shift. He's just going to send the puck in deep and go off for changes. New Shamrocks come out to the line, but not out. Kept in by the Shamrocks. Still on the puck. High slot area, pass to the near wing, just off the mark. Back in behind the net. Giving chase down there is Hudson Markham. He knocks the puck in deep. Narado comes out, nearly had it picked off. And his mates have to come try to bail him out. Puck in the corner, still on top of it. Gremlins. In that dead zone from our broadcast vantage point, Rajala with a shot from 50 feet. Hits some paraphernalia in front. Another shot turns and fires. And Gremlins have to get a change. Opportunity for Catholic Central to clear it, and that's going to go to the length of the ice and be called on the icing. Bryant Lee, the fine goaltender for the Houghton Gremlins, who our spotter, Kirk Hunter, said looks like a fullback on the football team.
That's a big kid.
Yes, he is a big boy down there. Yeah, I saw him before the game, and his calves were like three of ours.
So it's kind of like the battle of big goalies. Mr. Narado down there is a big fella too, right?
No doubt about it. To the line, opportunity coming the other way. Here come the Shamrocks. Grenowitz on it in the attacking zone. Still on it. Loses the puck and an opportunity just to get it over the line. Sent promptly right back in by the Shamrocks. Giving chase down there is number 7, Wyatt Jenkins. Goes D to the line and an opportunity. Let's see if they've got some speed to turn this into a 2-on-1. Had to stop as one of the forwards took himself offside. That was Jack Sayin. Catholic Central looking to go the other way now. Play called at the line.
I heard a groan, but the ref was in great position there. I think Dell got in just a step ahead. But, Sean, in the intermission, we had a chance to talk to a lot of people that were saying, can Houghton keep up with this pace? And my opinion, they came out with a better pace.
Yeah.
And they are the team that's moving. CC standing still.
Here comes West on it. West loses it. Knocked back in. Knocked back offside. Just over the line as Markham was there to make sure nothing became of that. Well, Camden Markham, number 9, is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. By the way, one more guy that we have to give a shout out, our buddy David Bodine, right? Mr. Bodine, we always appreciate your work. It was great to see you up north.
Yes.
We had
absolutely.
a fun time, didn't we, Mike?
That was a great time. And it was a great team bonding for us, but the people of Houghton and Calumet, I mean, how hospitable can you be? That was just awesome by them.
No doubt. Landon Stevens on it now, throws it into the neutral zone, just out of the reach of Markham. Coming out, Lee, going to stop it, leave it on the tee. Now D to D. From the far side to the near. Giveaway there, high slot area, just shot wide. Oh, a gift for Rogowski, and he shot it wide. D to D now. Catholic Central buzzing. Throw it in deep. Big Rogowski on it, back behind the net. Tries to cycle it, loses it. Gremlins get it to the line, but kept in. High shot there. Lee tried to glove it down. It looked like it just went right over his glove, Mike.
Yeah, it again. Fired the shot, a little bit slow on it, but it went wide.
Opportunity to clear it. Can't get it out again. Shamrock's really buzzing here with some sustained pressure, and the Gremlins can't get a change they desperately need. The Markham line's been out there for a while now. Markham trying to get the puck loose. He's working with Jenkins down there, trying to tie it up, trying to get a whistle as they desperately need a line change. You can hear the official saying, play it, play it, play it. Catholic Central comes out with it for a moment and finally cleared. Goes the length of the ice, and that is going to be icing. Hey, do you have a big project? Well, Alto Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet. Alto Equipment also services all of the biggest makes and models in construction. Technicians are available 24/7. Take the initiative. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Well, Sean, that right there was one of those shifts, as we keep saying, it's a W every time that fourth line of CC comes out and has a productive shift, and they just had another one against a tired Markham line.
Wantuck wins the draw, shot from the point, gloved down easily by Bryant Lee. Will do it again. Mike, winning the draw in the attacking zone is just huge, and Wantuck won that about as cleanly as you want to see it won.
Yeah, we say it every game. It seems like faceoffs come into play at some point of a game.
Wantuck won that forward, but this time Gremlins with an opportunity to send it the length of the ice. Naranjo paused for a moment, giving the Gremlins an opportunity in front. Now they're showing some speed coming the other way. Pass did not connect, and the Gremlins send it back in, giving chase is number 4, Sully Rajala. Play stopped at the line, back on it again. Man in front. Boy, that was Rajala dangerously in front, but they couldn't get it. Here come the Shamrocks the other way. They've got 3 of them. Shot from about 45 feet. Big rebound came out, but Gremlins on top of it. Another big hit in the corner. Boy, this is no place for the faint of heart, Mike Iveso.
Absolutely not. Between the pace and the physicality of this game, it's the real deal.
Shot just misses wide there. Shamrock's back on top of it. That's Galda. Galda's going to send it in. Lee's going to leave it for his defenseman. Shamrock's just in the midst of a change, able to maintain control. Del Pizzo on one side as there's a big hit in the neutral zone. Now an opportunity in front. Boy, chopping away at it. Just couldn't get a shot away. As a good back check there by the Gremlins. That was number 16, Cooper Leonard. Shot from about 45 feet, knuckled in on Lee, and he says enough of this and gets the stop.
Well, we've seen a couple of Gremlins down here. The senior defenseman, Rafali's coming off limping here. I think he hit the boards, and I'm not quite sure what happened at center ice. To me, it looked like 2 blind guys collided together. The guy that didn't see it, that saw it the least, I think was the one that's hurt.
So coming out to take this draw, Colin Dell. One forward by number 11, Jay Halonen. As the Gremlins look to come out with it. Rubbed along the boards, but get it out into the neutral zone. Boy, Mike, we're seeing speed and physicality here in this second period. Length of the ice, that's going to be waved off. Lee's going to freeze it, and he's going to get the stop. I don't think Gremlins are going to take too kindly to that. Go have some words. Play to the whistle, though, young men. Lawrence Tech is the creative university of the future. Registration is now open for spring semester 2023 classes. For more info, go to ltu.edu for all the info you need.
We've seen the skill. We've seen the speed.
Yes, sir.
we're starting to see some physicality, and we're starting to see some boys being boys. If you want to play in this game, you need to be playing about a second after the whistle.
Sure.
That's when these plays are going to keep going, especially at the net. Let's get in that goalie's head, and that's a little bit of what we saw last shift.
Landon West tries to send it in front, nobody home. Gremlins an opportunity to go the other way. There's Markham. Markham with a nice move. That play's going to be called on the offside.
Well, I think we're seeing our first game of matchup, too. We're starting to see a little 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 4 out of CC. They know at some point Markham's going to strike, and they would rather have West out there.
Markham and West. This time Catholic Central controls it, but sends it the length of the ice, just the other side. And that's going to be called on the icing. So we'll do it all over again at the other end of the ice. 10:44 to go here in this second period of a 1-1 game.
Yeah.
Number 1 versus number 2. And how good is this, Mike? We get a chance to see number 1 versus number 2. Then we get a chance to see number 4 next. And then we get a chance to see 3 and 5 after that.
And the great deal is we're going to show them to everybody, some teams that not everyone gets to see.
Coming with speed, Catholic Central, look out. Puck lay there for a moment. Gremlins come the other way. Gremlins break out with 3, trying to go wide. Power move in front, just missed on that connection right in front of Nerado. Back on it again. Gremlins in the corner. Rooting down there. Back out there is Markham. Markham loses it, but jumps right back on it. Boy, he doesn't give up on a play. He gets knocked down, and I think they're going to have their first power play of the game.
Number 26, Hero Schmidt, got a little ahead of himself. Threw a check there. Unfortunately, the guy didn't have the puck. I think we're going to get an interference call. Good call by the ref. Easy call to make there. And that's where you got to watch when that physicality starts coming in. I say a little bit after the whistle, a little bit after the puck, but you got to be smart about it.
Shots on goal, 16-13 in favor of Catholic Central, but a big power play opportunity here for the Gremlins. No problem there for the Shamrocks to clear it. Jackson Hare sends it all the way down to the goaltender, Bryant Lee. Gremlins trying to set things up, wait for traffic to clear. Outlet pass doesn't work, and they're forced all the way back in deep. That's Rafali on it. Rafali sends it the other side to Halonen. Halonen hits his man in the neutral zone. That's Tapani. Tapani sends it in deep, but stopped by Catholic Central, and the play's whistled down.
Yeah, you could see that was offsides. The refs made up for that one. I think a couple of guys were looking for some stretch passes out here. We're hoping they didn't blow the whistle, but that was a little bit of rest from Markham's line. Now we're going to get Markham's line out here, and we know what they like to do. They're going to run this umbrella. They're going to try to backdoor Markham, or they're going to try to use that bumper guy in the middle. And they do it so well.
1:25 remaining in this power play opportunity. Markham throws it near side to Rajala. Rajala just tipped in by Millette. Comes all the way back in behind the net, high off the netting, and that draw will stay in the Catholic Central zone.
And I'm going to have to say I missed that one. That I thought I saw Hero Schmidt take that penalty. They put Rogowski in the box, so something must have happened behind one of the 92 cameras we're trying to see through.
Not to be confused with Houghton Schmidt, who was on the team last year.
Right.
That's Hero Schmidt.
Hero Schmidt, one of the better names in high school hockey there.
1:09 remaining in this Gremlin power play. We'll do it again. Another draw deep in the CC zone. Having a conversation here.
Someone's got to have an equipment issue.
Ryan Wantuck having a conversation with the official. Where's a great place to eat down here? Mike knows a few.
Oh, yeah. Someone's looking for places to eat. Mavericks. And, of course, the steady go-to of Buffalo Wild Wings. But, yeah, hit me up. I can show you some places to eat.
Clean draw won by the Gremlins, but they can't keep it in. Going all the way down the ice, Bryant Lee's going to come out. Bryant Lee throws it to the far side. Here come the Gremlins again. I thought he stayed onside. The official disagreed. They don't go with my call up here, Mike. They go with the call downstairs.
I mean, he stretched his leg out trying to get there, but it's a common mistake we see when you're at that point, get the puck over the blue line before you go side to side. He had the puck outside the blue line. The guy couldn't hold it any longer. It was a good call by the ref.
Gremlins with 45 seconds remaining. Working the puck back behind the net, trying to set things up. Still with the puck is Markham. Going dot to dot doesn't work. Catholic Central stays home. Working hard down there is Jackson Heron, an opportunity to clear it the other way. Lee back behind his net. Lee's going to backhand it the other way. Iveso promptly knocks it back in deep. Good penalty killer. Sebastian Iveso had a shorthanded goal last week in this building against the Trojans.
Right on this side, too.
10 seconds remaining. Chance for one more rush. Here's Markham. Markham started inside, then went outside and promptly cleared the other way. Iveso took it off his stick, and that's going to do it. Trying to make that long home run pass. Icing waved off. Catholic Central gives chase behind their own net. Big hit behind the net. And some extracurricular activity there. Opportunity in front. Swept away for the moment into the corner. Now back in behind Naranjo. Power move in front. Oh, nearly making that happen was Houghton. 3 Shamrocks had to be very careful in deep, Mike, and the play called at the line.
And once again, we're getting some heavy checks on a fast forecheck again. How many times we said it? This isn't a place for the faint of heart here. It all started with the forecheck by Houghton. Of course, we've been saying we're struggling to see the numbers here, so he knows who he was that threw that check down there. We couldn't read the number, but that started that whole scoring chance in front of the net.
Well, Mike, this second period to me, and you tell me if you agree, this is more of a chess match here in the second period.
Yes, and I think, my opinion, that favors Houghton because, again, like people we were talking to and people from all over the state were wondering if Houghton could do that pace that they had in the first period.
Oh, what a score. Nolan Galda. Throw the puck at the net, and things are going to happen, Mike. And that's exactly what happened. Galda just turned and fired, and it found the far post. Yeah. I think it surprised every one of us, not just the goaltender, but you and me as well, pal.
You, me, and Galda. You see the goalie looking right there. Lee's looking at his glove. That tells me Galda caught that puck on the edge as it was rolling, and it knuckled on that kid, and that knuckle puck can either drop or go up. It's just like a knuckleball in baseball. That's what I'm thinking happened. I'm sure that's what he'll say.
Any goalie will tell you the rolling puck is the most difficult to stop. And you saw it there as Nolan Galda makes this a 2-1 game. Shamrocks on it again, centered in front, no one home. To the line, but not out. Kept in by the Shamrocks. Thrown in deep, now near corner. Giving chase down there, big Rogowski. Carl Rogowski, first one there. 2 Gremlins working on him. Gets some help from his mate Landon West down low. High off the glass, but not out. Rogowski tries to keep it in. Thrown in deep. Catholic Central buzzing now, Mike.
They've got some momentum going after that goal, but they've got to be safe.
See if Markham can get something going the other way. Nice play at the line to stay onside. Kind of rubbed out at the line. And Rogowski with a chance to get it out into the neutral zone. Loses it, but coming back the other way now. CC, we got a penalty coming. This one's going to go against Catholic Central. Got a
head hit.
Hit to the head.
Yep.
I don't think he liked it very much. Warrior Hockey is a proud partner of State Champs and a leading manufacturer of hockey equipment for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit warrior.com to locate your nearest hockey retailer. Warrior Hockey is made for this. Thanks to our friends from Warrior.
Yeah, they got Urbane on that one. I saw the guys come together. I didn't see it too high, but again, refs are in good position. They're doing a great job calling this game. Probably caught a little bit of the head.
Iveso wins the draw, gets it to the line, but not out. Shot from 40 feet, deflected in front. Naranjo had to be very careful down there as the Gremlins were going hard to the net, Mike.
Absolutely. Again, hey, they're letting them play, guys. I mean, the penalties that have been called are penalties. They're going to let you play as long as you don't go excessive. There's nothing excessive. The whistle hadn't blown. The puck's there. Go for it.
This time controlled by the Gremlins. Trying to work it down low. Puck deflected into the corner. Good work there by Grans. Back behind the net. Grans on it again. Gremlins working hard to get the puck back to the line and finally out. Kind of a team effort there to get it to Ivesil, and Ivesil sends it into the neutral zone. Punch right back in deep by these Gremlins. 1:25 remaining in this power play, but they're going to have to start back behind their own net with that goaltender Bryant Lee.
Yeah, you want to pressure these guys. You want to make them go the full 200 feet. Don't give them anything easy.
Still a lot of time. That's going to be deflected back in behind the net. No icing called. Gremlins can't keep it in. Catholic Central promptly sends it the other way. 2-1 Shamrocks. Still 55 seconds remaining in this power play for the Gremlins. Stretch pass there, doesn't work, goes the length of the ice. That is going to be called on the icing.
Yeah, one of these games, I think I'm questioning myself on icing here, but there's been a couple here that pressure. When you pressure these guys, Sean, these guys are highly skilled, but when you put just a little bit of pressure on these guys, they're going to make the pass they don't want to a little bit early, and that's where we get these icings and missed passes.
Wantuck and Millette on this draw. Wantuck wins it forward, but possession controlled by Markham. Markham throws it up the middle, tipped up the middle, but sent right back down. Having to start behind his own net is Rajala. Rajala head up, throws it to the far wing. Never a bad idea to get it to Markham. Markham rubbed out, but leaves it there for Stevens. Landon Stevens still on the puck, throws it in front, far side, just deflected high.
Got to watch backside with these guys. They're very good passing the puck, Sean.
Shot from 45 feet from Stevens. Kicked aside. Another shot. Screen. You can see Narada look behind him. Massive humanity down there. Where's the puck? Finally whistled down.
He looked behind him. Four's got his hands in the air. No one's seen the puck, but the big fella stopped it.
4:22 to go in this second period. Catholic Central on top, 2-1. 3 seconds remaining in this power play. The draw is going to stay deep in that Shamrock zone. Houghton sending Halonen out there to take this draw. I believe, Mike, that's west. I can't tell if it's 25 down there. It is west.
26,
West
that's
wins
Hero
it back.
Schmidt. They're bringing their fourth line out.
Okay, it was 26. My apologies. That's kind of the dead zone of our broadcast vantage point. But Catholic Central back on top of it. Schmidt absorbs the hit. Still on the puck back behind his own net. CC trying to get a cycle going. Keep the puck in deep. To the line.
Didn't
throwing
see it.
at Lee. And they score.
I think I called that one before. That goalie never see it. That went through about 72 guys to get through there. The first guy threw his legs. Grans again from the same spot on the opposite side of the blue line. It goes through almost everybody. He never seen it. Never. It just happened to be on net. Again, Sean, puck's on net. Not a bad. Even if he stops that puck, he's out of position on that rebound.
Weren't we just talking about that on Twitter a couple days ago? Throw the puck at the net, good things are going to happen.
That unbelievable effort by that kid. And again, there's another W for the fourth line of CC.
Play called at the line. Grans with the goal. 2 shots that didn't look like they were all so troublesome, Mike, that end up in the back of the net.
I mean, look, these goalies are good, these goalies are big, but when you don't see it, you almost panic, and when you start panicking, you get smaller, and that's what happened.
Gremlins would love to get one back before the end of the period. You don't like to play from behind on anybody, but especially the Shamrocks. Shamrocks looking for more in front. Centered in front, nobody home. Now coming back a shot from the point. Now it's the Shamrocks that are buzzing a bit, Mike. Another shot from a tough angle. That time Rogowski. They are just putting pucks on the net, Mike, and 2 of their goals happened just like that.
And their forecheck is causing them to make passes they don't want to pass. And right now, we're getting towards the end of the period here. We might see a little bit of fatigue setting in with some missed passes.
Well, they did not like Rogowski going hard at the net that time, and they let him know. Couple chops to the lower back as he was heading to the bench. Mike,
Yep.
I think I can speak for you. If I took one shot to the lower back, that might be it.
Oh, if I
That
seen
might be it.
If I seen you take that shot, I would go down.
Face-off won by the Gremlins. Back to the line, D to D. Backhand pass, throwing it in the corner. Look at Shamrock keeping everything outside, Mike.
Yeah.
They got a
They're packing it
2-goal
in.
lead there, packing it in, keeping everything outside. Gremlins are going to have to work hard. A guy that can do just that is Markham. He's on the puck. Keeps it in for the moment. Finally, Shamrock's able to punch it down into the Houghton zone. Icing waved off. Gremlins have to go back and chase it. Those hits are starting to add up as well. Oscar Peterson took a big hit behind his own net. Now skating out. Good rush here by Markham. He's got a 3-on-2. Near side. Coming in. Narado gets a piece of it and it goes wide. The shot from Landon Stevens. Here comes Catholic Central quickly the other way. Leaving it in front. Puck lay there for a moment. Lee's got it somewhere between the wickets and he gets the whistle.
I tell you what, Catholic Central's done a real good job their first couple shifts after a goal, maintaining that momentum and keeping the pressure on. And I've got to think Matthew Del Pizzo is going to see that pinch in his nightmares tonight. You pinch, it's great, but when you look up and it's the Markham line coming at you, scoring chances happening, Narado comes up big.
Third line out there now for the Shamrocks as they have this 2-1 lead. They throw it in deep, giving chase down there. Goes for naught was Connor Arco as the play is whistled down. 2:04 to go in this second period. Catholic Central Shamrocks 3, Houghton Gremlins 1. Let's see what the coaches decide to do here. Shamrocks leave their third line out there. Dell on the draw, controlled by the Shamrocks. Shot comes in and knocked aside. Giving chase now, number 5, Grons. He's got one of the goals here tonight. Giving chase is Iversel. Iversel centers it in front, nobody home, but still controlled by the Shamrocks. Back to Iversel, to the point. Shot, didn't get much on it, high off the glass, and going to go down the other way with $1:35 to go in this second period. Iversel on the puck, they have 3. Iversel comes off for the change now. Shamrock still in control. That control's taken away. Now Houghton able to just sweep it out, try to get something, anything going back the other way. Millette with a high shot that it looked to me like Narado tried to glove that down. Boy, that one might have caught him off guard. Now it's Houghton buzzing. Rajala with some nice moves. Opportunity, low slot. Knocked away. Millette with 3 men on him, and the puck finally sent the length of the ice. Bryant Lee's going to come out. He's going to freeze that one. Hey, coming up at second intermission, we'll show you State Champs Hockey Time that aired this past Wednesday, hosted by myself and that guy that works like 78 men, John Kidd. That and more on Game Time Live.
Sean, right now, CC's just causing fits for him. As we saw in the first period, Houghton's forward check, and they were all over him with their speed, causing CC to look a little sloppy in turnovers. It's kind of flipped right now. CC is everywhere that puck is. Houghton doesn't have any room to breathe right now.
West wins the draw, but it's controlled for the moment by Houghton. But back on it, CC. They've got 2 down low. Good play there by the big defenseman, Peterson, just to get that big frame in the way, Mike.
Absolutely.
Here they come with speed. Markham throws it in front.
Thought that was going to be a penalty there. I guess that's one way to stop Markham going to the net is tackling.
And here come the Shamrocks the other way. That's Schmidt. Schmidt with a shot off the goaltender high into the protective nettering. And the draw will stay in the Houghton zone.
Yeah, the Heat can't talk into the refs like, hey, man, you got to watch me. I know I'm fast, but you can see me when I'm going. Look at all the snow on my pants here. So was it incidental contact? I don't know. A penalty, maybe, but you got to keep going.
Wantuck wins the draw forward, but controlled by the Gremlins for the moment and chipped out. Here they come with speed the other way, Millette, but getting there first is Grons. Grons throws it into the neutral zone. Still controlled there by the Gremlins, however. They're going to backhand it in, forcing the other defender, Curtin, back there. He backhands it to his partner, Grons. Grons tries to freeze that puck in the waning moments of the second period and does just that as the horn sounds and Catholic Central with a 2-1 lead after 2 here. 3-1 lead, sorry, after 2 here.
Absolutely, and never a bad idea. Grons over there, eating the puck a little bit. But what I saw there, whether it is a little bit of fatigue setting in or CC game planning there, Curtin beat the forechecker to the puck. He finally had the support from his partner there where he got it over. It killed that forecheck. If there wasn't 4 seconds left, Grons had an easy break out there. So I'm sure they'll come out a little bit faster.
Well, we've got hockey time for you here in the second intermission in the first of our triple header today. And your score after 2 periods of play here at Kennedy Ice Arena, the Catholic Central Shamrocks have a 3-1 lead over the Gremlins from Houghton. Third period action next here on Game Time Live.
Hey guys, I'm Elizabeth Kuhn. Welcome to another edition of State Champs Hockey Time.
I'm Jonathan Kidd, along with Sean Bolesian. Sean, it is now February.
Yeah, you got to love it. That means Trenton Showcase. I think everybody's looking forward to that. I'll say it again. There are so many great showcases. There are so many great events all around the state. But, boy, oh boy, the granddaddy of them all is down in Trenton. And, of course, we'll be out there all weekend long. Really looking forward to it, Johnny.
And we're going to preview that just a little bit later in the show. State Champs Hockey Time is presented by our friends at the Alto Equipment Company. So, Sean, let's get right into it from last week. Heartland took it on Marquette. Marquette made that long drive. They kept it close, but Heartland came out with a 4-2 victory.
Yeah, Heartland, it's coming together for Coach Gadwell right now. Right now, you're getting goaltending from 2 different guys. I mean, both Babcock and Hubenschmidt have been very good in net. Let me tell you something. I saw Marquette. That's a darn good team. Last year, I don't want to say they snuck up on people, but I think, as you remember, John, everybody was like, whoa, that's a really good team at the showcase. I don't think they're going to sneak up on anybody. I had a chance to see them against Brighton. They won that game. They have a couple of good goaltenders, a sophomore and a freshman. Garrow's a stud. I mean, he really is. Keep an eye on that kid. I like their defense core. Coach Garrow has them playing the right way.
All right, we head to Northern Michigan for the game between the Bay Reps and Traverse City Central. And how about Bay Reps with a 2-1 victory?
Yeah, boy, it's coming together for Bay Reps. That's one of those teams, if you recall, a lot of people said, hey, look out for the Bay Reps. So we've been keeping an eye on them. Grant Lucas having a tremendous season. He's got 36 points, 20 goals. I hear Hathaway was solid in net for them against a good TCC team. So congratulations to the Reps.
And we go to the Catholic League Cardinal Division Championship game between Ann Arbor Father, Gabriel Richard Green Hills, and Grosse Pointe Woods University of Liggett.
Yeah, well, Clint Robert, we've talked about him for many years. He's one of our favorites. He's a good guy. I think quietly one of the fine coaches, and there are a whole heck of a lot of them here in the MHSAA ranks. Putting together a really good season. I bumped him up in the rankings this week, John. Jack Lipinski, he's had just a historic career there. The thing that jumps out to me about them is they're limiting teams right now. Defensively, they're playing so well. Anytime you limit the opposition, you give your team a chance to win.
And it was a 5-4 victory in overtime, and last year Liggett beat them in overtime, so they returned the favor.
Yeah, and you know what? That's good for them. Congratulations to the Irish.
We head to Chelsea for the Michigan Public High School Hockey Showcase. We covered the game between Midland and Escanaba, and this was a high-scoring affair. Midland with a 7-6 victory.
Yeah, for the older hockey fans out there, a little Smythe Division action going on. When you see those scores, that's like the Smythe Division back in the day. I think Coach Witt's done a really good job at Midland. Remember the run that they made last year? It's coming together for them now. Connor White is leading the way up front, and that's going to be a team that I think people are going to have to keep an eye on, Johnny.
And how about for Escanaba, Sawyer LaMarche with that I called it on Twitter, the goal of the year. So we're only in February.
Pretty cool. You know what? And it's funny, we were talking about it on Twitter, and I think our buddy Mike Iveso brought up a great point. He didn't give up on the play, and it's one of those things, John, you hear people say it all the time to the point it's a cliche, but you have to keep saying it. Throw the puck at the net. Good things can happen, and it did from his behind.
On Friday, there was a big Division III matchup between Flint Powers and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's comes out with a 2-1 victory.
Well, you know, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, we've been talking about on the show. I think inexplicably they're flying under the radar with a lot of people, and they shouldn't be right now. They're going out and winning a lot of games, and I think they're deeper than most people want to give them credit for. It's a heck of a game, and it looks good on both of them that they're willing to play a game like that during the season, especially with their schedule being so difficult as it is. Because, you know, we talk about it, Travis isn't afraid to play anybody. Obviously, you're OLSM, you're playing an MIHL schedule. I think it's fantastic we see games like that.
Sean, you want to touch on a few teams that are, you know, making some good noise this year.
Yeah, you know, John, I like that we've been able to incorporate this into the show this year and, you know, talk about some teams that maybe they aren't in the rankings yet, but there are some good things going on. I want to bring up Stony Creek. Props to them. You know, they've been playing really well as of late, and a big part of that is young man Brandon Houghton came over. This is going to be a guy to keep an eye on. Johnny's got 10 goals and 14 points in the 5 games since he joined them. I think that's outstanding. Another team on the west side. You know, I think they opened up some eyes last week knocking off Mona Shores, but Grand Rapids Christian. They have 4 straight wins now. Joshua Hooper up front. Mellon's been solid in net. So you like to see teams like that are taking the step. You know, maybe not in the rankings yet, but I did put Grand Rapids Christian in there. But teams that are making some noise and you're watching something special come together. Looks good on both you guys.
It's time now for our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. As we said in last week's show, we're going to wait till the showcase is over to update our top 10.
Yeah, it's moving week. I mean, it really is, John. This has kind of been the routine for us the last few years. I think part of it is not only do you have an incredible amount of talent and guys on our list that are going to be on the ice, but you have a lot of the coaches and guys, they say it once, they say it 100 times, there is a committee. There are a bunch of coaches that we've tapped on the shoulder to help us out with that. So when we're all under the same roof, you get an opportunity to chat and say, okay, this guy just made a big step in a big game. This guy just took a big step in a big game. So it's been moving week in the past, and I don't expect it to be any different this week.
You can cast your vote at statechampsnetwork.com. The leading vote getter never gets removed from the top 10. And that was our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. All right, it's time now for our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. I'm joined today by the head coach at Midland High School, Steve Witt. Steve, welcome to Hockey Time.
Thanks for having me.
I caught up with you at the recent Michigan Public High School Hockey Showcase. Just how cool was it for Midland to participate in this?
Oh, this is something we look forward to every year. It's great. You know, number one, we have such a variety of competition, and Jen does a fantastic job matching up teams. You know, so many games here are you know, you see 1-goal games, you see shootouts. We like the variety, but it's the people. Like, you're running into people that you see once a year here, and it's like you haven't seen them in a week. So that's the fun part of running into old friends and coaches.
And just talk about your squad this season.
You know, we're off to a good start. You know, we have probably one of the best locker rooms I've had in many years. They love being here. They love being at the rink. They work hard for each other. And you can see it on the ice. And as a coach, it's a coach's dream to, with the leadership we have, we're starting to head in the right direction where we want to be as a team on the ice.
This is your first year on the board at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. Just talk about being on that board.
You know, what kind of drew me to that was the board works so hard to promote high school hockey and give these high school athletes just a great experience, a great opportunity. And in the 7 years I've been coaching high school, I've seen high school hockey grow. It's just being part of making positive changes for the student athletes.
So thank you very much, Steve, for joining us on the Coach's Corner, and thank you for all your support for Hockey Time over the years.
Thank you.
All right, and that was our Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. All right, it's time now for our Wall Award update brought to you by Warrior Hockey. So, Sean, the top 10 stays the same, and it's going to stay that way until after the showcase.
Yeah, I think we'll have some conversations, throughout the weekend, and then probably next Sunday in particular. Again, we'll get in those text group messages that I know you're so fond of, and it's one of those things that we've seen it happen in the past. Guy that I bring up, Cooper Black a few years ago up in Alpena, that was a guy, everybody saw him play, and they were like, bump him up. And so we've seen that. I think Sam Avola was another guy that he was already on the radar, but when everybody saw him, everybody's like, okay, this guy is very special. So, that's the beauty of having everybody under the same roof, and I expect multiple changes next week, Johnny.
You can cast your vote at statechampsnetwork.com. The leading vote getter never gets removed from the top 10. And that was our Wall Award update brought to you by Warrior Hockey. All right, Sean, so that is it for State Champs Hockey Time. So, Sean, what do you say?
We'll see you at the rink.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
State Champs Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. Welcome back in. Third period about to commence here at the Kennedy Ice Arena, along with Mike Ivesil. My name is Sean Maligia. All right, Coach Ivesil.
Yep.
What are you telling your Gremlins if you're Coach Markham?
I'm telling them that, hey guys, the good news is we have 2 periods left.
What?
Yes, we have 2 periods. We're going to play this first 7 minutes like you've never played before. If you have anything left in your gas tank, we're going to do it now. And then after that, we're going to worry about the last 10 minutes of this game.
It is a daunting task to come back on Catholic Central. Catholic Central has a 3-1 lead, but they're going to try. Big hit on Landon Stevens. He's rubbed out. Markham's rubbed out. Catholic Central gets it out into the neutral zone. Boy, the physicality start here early in this third period, Mike. Some big hits both ways. Nearly a giveaway there. Houghton on it. Puck in the corner. Markham trying to set up shot. High slot. Puck finally sent deep. Houghton has to regroup. They shoot it in. They're going to go for a change in the early moments here of this third period. Cross ice pass, leaving it there, and picked off by Houghton. Here comes Houghton the other way. MIHL with a big hit. And he is grabbing that knee. You hate to see that.
Yep.
Oh, 10 on 10. And MIHL tried to get up right away after absorbing that hit from Hare. And let's hope the young man's okay.
Well, we were a little bit late on the hit, and if there's anything good that's going to come out of this, because I'm not the one that's in pain, I could say that, is that he was grabbing more of that inner thigh like a Charlie horse.
Okay, let's hope so.
I really hope so, as we've seen this kid play, and we love MIHL's game. So hopefully he gets these wheels back. It's going to be a little bit sore. It's an unfortunate play.
Coach Markham checking on him as well. MIHL's tried to get up a couple times. He's going to try one more time, and he does get up. I'm not going to sit here and play doctor. No way, no how. But what I can tell you is exactly what my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel, said is right. You hope that it's to the thigh. You don't want it that knee to knee, because that can cause some big-time structural damage. Hare is going to be called on this penalty. So the break here, Mike, is actually good for the Gremlins because it gives the Markham line a breather, and they can stay out here.
Absolutely.
To start this power play.
And that's a good. They won that first shift, so they're starting this first 7 minutes the way they want to.
Rajala throws it to the net, in front, off the post, and in, score.
Yeah.
Markham. He grabbed that garbage and put her home.
Yeah, that
was it 8?
I lost front. They have 8s coming out. Carlson got this. How the first one doesn't go in, we'll see. But they got it, again, Sean, to the net. Narado still hasn't seen the puck. Makes an amazing save. But everyone gets lost, and he's just alone by himself right there.
Absolutely.
You got to tie up sticks on the penalty kill in front of the net, and we've got a 3-2 game.
Gaborik Carlson with the goal there. And just like that, 1 minute and 4 seconds in, Houghton has new life. Catholic Central undaunted. Urbane tosses it in deep. Landon West leaves it there, but controlled by Gremlins. Here they come. They've got 3 in. Carlson drops the pass, but too far. Now it's Shamrocks in transition. They've got 3. West is the trailer. Shot goes wide into the corner. Boy, it's opened up here again, end to end. These last 2 shifts. 13, Landon Stevens throws it over to Rafali, who just throws it in deep as the Gremlins go for a change. Picked off there. Nice recovery. It's not the mistake, it's the recovery, and Wantuck puts it high off the boards. Big hit in the neutral zone, and I don't think Wantuck likes that too much. Mike, I think that's a hockey play. I do. I think that's a hockey play. That's going to be on Wantuck.
Well, here we go. Right now, we're gonna look at this way. This period is exactly the way Houghton drew it up in the locker room. This everything right now is favoring them. CC has been caught flat-footed on both penalties, and that's just what happened there. We're going to call that a penalty. We got a roughing call. CC now's got to gather their composure and kill off the penalty.
On this PP1 unit, you might notice there's the shot from the guy I was just going to tell you about. Markham plays on the point, the forward. Deflected in front. Narado with the stop. Yeah, keep an eye on that, Mike. They roll with 3 forwards up front, and a forward and a D-man as Camden Markin is playing the near point on this power play unit. And they just scored, a minute and 5 seconds ago on the power play. They have another opportunity here.
And just watch it. They're going to try to trail Markham on that weak side and come across the ice to him. And we know how he can shoot the puck. You got to keep an eye on him.
Draw cleanly won by the Gremlins. Set up in the umbrella now. 3 guys up top. Puck knocked back in just wide of Naranjo. Giving chase down there, the goal scorer just a minute ago. Gabbert Carlson. To the line, not out. Markham going to pump it back in deep. High slot opportunity off the stick of Millette. Goes the length of the ice. Bryant Lee out. He's going to leave it there and send it near side for Markham. Markham looking for some speed. Has the puck taken off his stick there by Dell and forced in deep Rajala. Rajala's going to go the other side now to Markham. Markham with some space, but they're not going to let him warm up that speed. That's Iversel getting in the way. Comes all the way down here, and CC off the netting. But killing off precious seconds on this power play time with only 56 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity for the Gremlins.
Well, it's going to be interesting, Sean. They've got to kill this penalty, and then how do they respond after killing that penalty? Can they take some momentum?
Draw one, shot from 50 feet, doesn't get through. And the Shamrocks send it the length of the ice. 13:50 to go here in the third period. 3-2 game. 40 seconds remaining in this Houghton power play. Long pass there, looking for Arco off his stick. Catholic Central with an opportunity to get it out. Here they come, 2-on-2 the other way. Taking her outside, now a tough angle shot. Boy, that goaltender looked like he got crossed up again, didn't he, Mike?
Yeah, he got himself caught at a bad angle going back off his post there, and it just hit him and bounced out. It was very fortunate for him.
Sending it promptly back down is Grons. He's had a strong night here tonight. 10 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity. Chance for one last rush, and here comes Markham. 1-on-3, tries to go outside and in, but played nicely by the defender, and we're back at even strength. West knocks down Markham in front. Houghton still on it, though. Just over the line, they pump it back in, but taking control there is Curtin. Curtin throws it to the other side to Grons. Grons is going to play it off the protective netting.
I can't say it enough, Shot, that at some point it always breaks. Now everyone watching this game can see how Markham has so many points.
Alto Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ULTA.
As I said, he's just at such a different level. These guys, these defense for CC don't know what to do with them, and they're handling it softly, and he's just taking it to him on every shift.
Opportunity for Shamrocks to come the other way. Nice recovery in the neutral zone by Houghton as they looking for the equalizer. Rajala with a man in front. Nice play by the defender to get his stick in that passing lane, Mike.
Absolutely, because the guy
had a good night.
Yep, there was speed going to that net. These CC back checkers better do something or it's going to be a long third period.
Here's Urbane on the backhand, gets a shot away. Lee stands up and gloves that one down with a player rooting in front. Nice rush there by Urbane.
Yeah, that is the first rush they've had. We're 5 minutes into this period. Again, they've been shorthanded twice, but that's the first time they've gotten that puck down there and done something with it. They need more of that. They started out slow in this third period, to say the least, Sean.
Well, that was the jump that they were looking for, no doubt about that. And they need one more to tie it. Catholic Central chases it in. Jackson Hare throws it in the corner. Puck gets out into the neutral zone. Knocking it forward, Raffelli. Right in front of our broadcast point. Halonen throws it in. Now backhanded back out into the neutral zone. Nearly lost there. And here come the Shamrocks the other way. Get it up to Iversel. Iversel 1-on-2. Iversel tries to cut inside using that speed. Can't do it. But he's on the puck battling in the corner. Iversel being held up. Still on the puck. Still on the puck. Twists and turns. Sends it back whence it came. That's Dell down there giving chase. Kept in by the Shamrocks. Boy, a glove miss there by the goaltender Lee.
That's when you Maybe your defense can block it, but you might want them to get out of the way there. That's an easy save made real tough there. But what we're seeing now is, did CC just wake up? Urbane's rush, Ivesil's forecheck. They're starting to get it going down there. Their feet are moving. We've got 11-22. They've got to hold this lead.
Did you just call him Ivesil?
Ivesil.
I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
11:22 to go in this one. 3-2 Shamrocks. They win the draw. Shot from 50 feet. Hit something in front, and here come the Shamrocks the other way. That's Stevens trying to get something. Absorbs a hit at the line. Swept out, and an opportunity for Shamrocks. With speed, coming the other way. On the backhand, Lee looks behind.
And we've got a freshman not even on our roster here. I know it's a Rogowski, but that's that big body you can use to get to the net. And again, throwing it on net, caught the goalie a little off guard. I didn't see that shot coming.
Boy, there's the backhand.
Look at the body, protect
you can
the puck.
See Lee look behind him.
Did that go off 6?
It may have gone
off 6. I think it went off 6. I think it went off 6. Hey, you've got to give the kid credit. 6, Peterson, a defenseman we love. He got back. Unfortunate bounce off his stick. And again, 28. I know he's Kale Rogowski's brother. I don't know the first name. 2nd goal of the season.
Mike is right. He's not even on our roster, to let you know. By the way, Lawrence Tech is the creative university of the future. Registration is now open for spring semester 2023 classes. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Boy, how about that burst of speed and power move to the net on the backhand? And 3 goals here tonight, fellas. Throw the puck at the net and
Absolutely.
Good things happen.
Oh, to have 5-foot legs like Rogowski. I mean, he just moved.
Puck goes the other way, called on the icing.
We don't see that every day, do we?
No,
assist to number 32, Luca Naranjo, a little goalie assist.
Well, that was a big goal for the Shamrocks because, Mike, I think it's safe to say the Gremlins came out, not only got that first goal, but really were carrying the momentum.
And we asked them, what are you going to do when you kill this penalty? The 4 shifts since then have been their shifts. They've really owned them.
Trying to set Ivesil free. That pass goes too long, and the play is called on the icing. 10:34 to go here in this third period. Shamrocks back on top by 2.
We got 10:34 to go. We got to keep going. They got to keep rolling. Houghton's not going anywhere, Sean. They call them gremlins. It's almost after midnight. They're going to be turning nasty.
Do not throw any water on them.
Do not.
Whatever you do.
Do not feed them after midnight either.
Don't you dare do that. Hey, listen, that's the one thing with Corey Markham teams, Mike. As long as I've been following this, these kids are going to go. That's the only speed they know. Their work is cut out for them. CC trying to add. Here's Ivesil in the neutral zone. Ivesil with that speed. Ivesil comes in. Tough angle shot kicked aside by Lee. Boy, there's no substitute for speed, and Ivesil really showing it, Mike, on this near wing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the coaches are going to be happy when you can get around. None of this fancy stuff. Get around, get pucks to the net right there. Got to get the puck over the blue line.
Nearly set his man up in front, did number 19. Now here comes Houghton trying to get something going. Just shoot her in. Giving chase is Markham. He's got trouble in the form of Nick Leiter. Coming back the other way. Shamrocks get it out. 2-on-1 if they want it. Shot. Lee, no problem there.
All right. You see, teammates. Galda's wide open. He understands that there's a defenseman, maybe not the best, put it on net, maybe there's going to rebound. But again, a good turnaround. That Markham had something going there. You get the puck, get it out of your zone. It's hard for Markham to score when the puck's not in our zone.
Del Pizzo checks back in as Wantuck takes this draw. Wantuck wins it back. Shot off the draw. Just a wide by Jackson Hare. Puck stays in the corner. Big battle there. Hare again from 50 feet. Deflected in front and up and over Lee. Boy, they're getting bodies in front of Lee and really making his life miserable, Mike.
Well, you can see they've got a game plan here now. Whether it was from the beginning or it started during the game, these defensemen are really changing shot angles and getting pucks on net, and he's having trouble seeing them.
Gremlins with an opportunity to get it out. Markham hit in the neutral zone.
Saw that coming.
Putting a body on him. Markham in front of the net now, waiting for it. And this one is going to be called on the interference.
100% a penalty, Sean. This is what's going to drive both benches crazy is, are you calling that both ways? If you've got Landon West coming down and you get a piece of him, because defensemen have a right to that property there. I understand the call. It's the correct call. It's going to happen again coming down the other end. I want to see how they get it. But let's go back to the first period when Camden Markin was on his backside because of that interference.
Yeah.
And he talked to that ref very professionally in between periods.
Halonen wins the draw, controlled by Gremlins. Traffic in front, rebound opportunity there. Gremlins still on it. Shamrocks get a chance to get it out. Here they come the other way. Colin Dell gets there first. Dell just ragging off some moments in the corner, and I think we're going to get another call, Mike.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone's going to scream, make up. That's not a make-up call. That's a hard work call by Dell. It happens.
Yep, no doubt about that.
And again, it's one of these when you're watching the game, the only reason that penalty is called, Sean, is because he beat them to the puck. He got the puck, possessed the puck, forechecked that puck. It's just so important.
So we'll play 4-on-4 for the next $1.43, and then a short power play opportunity for the Shamrocks. Time is a factor in this. 8:45 to go. Houghton needs 2 goals. They trail 4-2. Shamrocks on the puck. Working his way, score! Coming out of the corner and setting himself up in the mid-slot is Nolan Galda.
Watch
and
this.
The junior with a great release.
Watch this hesitation on the replay right here. What am I? Oh, whoop! And he had to. I don't know if that's 8 or 9. He has to commit to the defense. He comes in just over the pad in the corner. That's the way they want you should. Everyone likes to go top shelf, short side. Far side, just over the pad. Nice shot. And again, nothing wrong with the defensive coverage. So you got to respect the defense.
5-2 now. Shamrocks on top. Back on the puck again, Urbane. Urbane coming in on the left wing. Circles. Back to the point. Shot from the point, no. Waiting was Curtin. The hesitation cost him, but CC maintains control. Coming back in. Tough angle shot just wide of the goaltender. Another shot from Curtin, kicked aside by Lee. Gremlins trying to get something going the other way, but kept in at the line. Number 14, Urbane. Throws it back in deep, but Gremlins on it. Looking for that home run pass. That's picked off. Got to wait for his mate to get onside. West is onside. High slot. Lee gloves it down, and the play is whistled down.
Nice
Draw
patience,
stays
nice
in the Gremlin zone.
Well, this is always danger time. This is when you're watching these games, you get a little bit nervous for everyone. 5-3. Are we taking our foot off the gas? What are we doing? You take your foot off the gas against the Gremlins, you're going to regret it. So CC's got to keep it going. 4-on-4, 5-on-4, penalty kill, power play, whatever it is. You can't give these guys an inch.
Wantuck with another draw here. Wantuck wins it. Shamrocks in control. That's Hare just going to throw it in deep. Wantuck gives chase. He's getting help down there from Hero Schmidt. Gremlins get an opportunity back behind his own name. Net is Rajala. Rajala tries to get it out, but 2 Shamrocks down there. Another opportunity in deep. Puck still loose. Lee finally freezes it down with 7:29 to go.
Yeah, and that's the kinds of shifts that they need. They've got to keep it going,
You got to work on 3 stars, Mike.
Ooh, wait a second.
Well, our own 3 stars, right? We got to have our own 3 stars in the game, right?
Okay, all right. You threw me off there.
The
I didn't
Mike
know there was
Iversel
anything
3
official.
stars.
Mike Iversel 3 stars. Yep.
So keep your eye on that, Mike Iversel. Looking for a home run pass there, but a little out of the reach of Landon Stevens. He takes a big hit. Puck lay in the neutral zone and promptly punched back in by Leiter. To the line, kept in by Catholic Central. Catholic Central with an abbreviated power play as the play is called at the line. 7:02 to go, 12 seconds remaining in this abbreviated power play for the Shamrocks from Catholic Central as they hold a 5-2 lead.
And they're doing exactly what we talked about. They're not taking their foot off the gas. They're going, they're rolling their lines, they're getting in the gremlins. They're making life difficult, Sean.
Gremlins control the draw. Wyatt Jenkins along the boards, trying to kick it free. He does. Oscar Peterson stops. Nice job there. Finds some space coming the other side. That's a good-looking junior defenseman, Mike.
Yeah, we like him a lot.
Check that. He's a sophomore.
Oh.
A sophomore. Big hit in front of the bench. And
I think we're going to see a little bit of this. And
that's a frustration penalty.
But here's the thing, Sean. We're sitting up here. We're just watching. I'm sure Houghton's saying, boo, no. CC was saying that was the exact call on Wantuck.
Yep.
That's what me and you look for. Are we calling the game the same both ways? And these refs have done a fantastic job of letting these two teams play the game and calling the right penalties.
You know, I often wonder why you never became an official.
Do you know that I actually went to 1 day of referee training?
Did you? I never knew that.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you really?
Oh, absolutely.
I
but
would
you know
chirp
me.
at you.
It was 5 seconds in, and all of a sudden I was chasing a squirrel through the hallways of the school.
I would chirp at you. It would be my job to chirp at you. Narado leaves it on a tee. Coming back the other way is Grants. Nearly lost it. Houghton controls it. On the puck now is number 13, Stevens. Stevens trying to get something going with two Shamrocks on him. Now coming in deep. A little forecheck there by DeForge. Forces number 5, Grants, to take his time. Finally out, chipped ahead. Puck in deep. Gremlins on it. High slot area, though. Dangerous spot. Stepping up now is Grants. Throws it back in behind the net. Nobody home but a Gremlin. Now near side opportunity to clear it, and they do. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this one. This power play. 5:35 to go in this third period. Nolan Galda with a couple of goals here for the Shamrocks, and here they come looking for more. Galda back behind the net. Now circles in front. Puck in the corner. Big battle in the corner there. You got 2 Shamrocks, 2 Gremlins. Puck gets to the line, not out, kept in. Del Pizzo playing catch there with Hare. Back to Del Pizzo. Throw it in the corner. Back to Del Pizzo. Del Pizzo over to Galda. Galda circles, waits. Now a big battle to the line, not out. Here comes Hare with a shot deflected in front. Boy, that didn't miss by much. And finally goes the length of the ice. Del Pizzo gives chase, and we're back to even strength. 4:35 left. Number 1, Catholic Central 5. Number 2, Houghton Gremlins 2. Houghton's got to make something happen fast. Landon Stevens is a guy that can do just that. He knocks the puck in deep. They changed up this line a little bit here, Mike. If you notice, Stevens now working with Carlson. And there's Iveso. Iveso with a pass in front. Didn't miss by much. That's DeForge, Stevens, and Carlson now working as a unit out there.
I think they're trying to stretch it out a little bit. You got 4 minutes left. You've got to try to give them a rest a little bit and let them rest those legs, even if just for 20, 30 seconds. And Markham can play on a line by himself, let's be honest.
DeForge has a goal here tonight. It looks like he's about to go off on a change. He is. Saying out there now. Catholic Central content to just knock it in deep and give chase, and that's exactly what Rogowski's doing. That big body wreaking havoc in the corner as precious seconds keep ticking off the clock in this one. Catholic Central will live with this all day with the puck deep in that Houghton zone and a whole lot of nothing going on.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even waiting for the clear. They just want to get it down.
Here come the Gremlins trying to make something happen with 3:10 left. Can't do it. Coming back the other way. Pass picked off. Play called at the line on the icing. Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common. officials. And officials are needed now more than ever. Go to MHSAA.com for more information, because without officials, it's just practice. And Mike Iveson lasted 1 day at officials.
I have a feeling I'm not living that one down, am I?
I never knew that, so I'm going to have fun with that.
Oh, it was good. It was good. Let me tell you. And for those that think like, oh, I'm just going to go learn about offsides that I know about, it was a lot, man. I was worn out after 1 day.
Battle behind the net. Catholic Central again to keep having these battles. Opportunity to get it out. Here they come. 1-on-1 the other way. Coming up, though, 26. Hero Schmidt nearly made that a 2-on-1. Schmidt's had a nice game here tonight. Overskates and an opportunity for Houghton to get it out. Here come the Gremlins. They're content to just knock it in and go for a change. Narado out of his net. Throws it far side to Jackson Hare. Head up, just takes his time, gives it to his defense partner, Griffin Friel. Nice to see Griffin on the ice.
I was just going to say that is such a good sign to see. A little bit of an injury there, to see him on the ice in a game like this. I think his parents just lit up. That was awesome.
Well, we say hello to our buddy Jim Friel and, of course, our friends at Friel's Market up in Tawas. You and I are both customers there.
And we are both waiting on some pre-cooked sausage to be cooked at the concession stand.
Wasn't that nice that they brought some?
That was very nice of them.
Catholic Central sends it in deep. Lee's going to come out and play it. Boy, the Shamrocks are fast on the puck now, Mike.
Yeah, this is that fatigue. This is that depth. We see this week in, week out with CC. Houghton's hanging with them the best they can. You can see why they're the number 2 team in the state.
Shot on net. Narado just sweeps it aside. Coming back the other way with a $1:25 to go. Nice pass out of the D zone. Overskated just a little bit there by Urbane, and here comes Houghton. Gremlins with an opportunity. Puck deflected. Shot in front. Knocked down by Friel. They get it to the line, but not out. Houghton not giving up. Shot deflected into the corner. On it is Rajala. Rajala tries to center in front. Rogalski picks it up. Rogalski loses it. Rajala back on the puck with a minute to go in this one. Friel knocks it back whence it came. Rogalski plays the man, not the puck. The puck goes in the corner. Still on it, Houghton. 45 seconds remaining. Opportunity in front. Narado spread out. The puck lay there for a moment. High off the glass and cleared. Griffin Friel showing some patience there and getting it high off the glass for the icing with 32.9 seconds remaining. Another challenge, Mike, for the Shamrocks of Catholic Central, but I think it's safe to say with 32.9 seconds remaining, they are going to win this game against the number 2 team in the state.
Absolutely. It's at hand right now, but again, you got to like the effort out of Markham there, once again causing a scoring opportunity. He's that player. He's either drawing a penalty, creating a scoring chance, or scoring.
Knocked down and back of the net. No call there. Shamrocks with an opportunity to clear it out. Here's Ivesil. Ivesil tries to go outside in, stop there. Houghton coming back the other way, looking to get one more. 10 seconds remaining in this one, and the play called on the icing. Congratulations to the Shamrocks. This game, Mike, as far as I'm concerned, lived up to the advanced billing, but in the end, too much depth from the Shamrocks of Catholic Central.
I think we say it every time, and it's going to be a topic of conversation out there. It's lethal when they're playing, and we say it every time that fourth line hits the ice, you can take a check out of the other team's fatigue.
Shot from the point, deflected aside, and that is going to do it in this one. Your final score, the Shamrocks from Catholic Central, 5, and the Gremlins from Houghton, 2.
They're going to feel good about that one, Sean. I mean, by the end, these guys, look at Mark, sticks on the knees. They got to hold their heads up. They held their own. They played well. They kept CC at bay at times. But again, the depth wore them down. CC's going to really puff their chest out with this win. But like you said, this lived up to everything we heard. A lot of people, I was talking in between periods, I'm like, a lot of people see not much happening in the game. That's because these teams, when it gets down to it, are that close. That fourth line, that depth makes all the difference, and that is what takes CC over these guys for whether you want to call them 1 or 2. These are 2 great hockey teams, and that was a pleasure to watch.
Well, Mike, one of the best things you can see in high school sports, the handshake after the game, a big battle between these two teams, number 1 in the state, number 2 in the state. Catholic Central takes care of business with a 5-2 victory. All right, time for Mike Ivesel's 3 stars, sponsored by me.
The Sean Belegian 3 stars of the game.
Well, it's the Mike Ivesel 3 stars, sponsored by Sean Belegian. How's
All right,
that?
I like that. Well, to start off with our 3rd star, I don't think you can deny it, as I've been talking him up the whole time. Every time this kid's on the ice, there's a scoring chance. Camden Markin. I mean, he lived up to that billing of a lot of people calling him the best player in the state. All the way down to the last 20 seconds of this period, he almost scored. Great game. My number 2 star's got to go to Luca Naranjo in net. He didn't have too many tough saves, but when the saves were tough, he made them, and he got an assist.
Mm-hmm.
And our number 1 star of the game, and I think more than him, more than his parents, those CC coaches are going to be happy to see Nolan Galda come out of his shell. What a game he played today. We know what he can do. People around the state know what he can do. He's been in a little bit of a shell, and that helps when half of your top line is injured. That second line of him, Wantuck, and the unnamed Rogowski played huge today.
We'll figure out his name at some point. They didn't even, seriously, how beat up are they? Folks, we're not making this up. He's not listed on their roster.
And, you can't call him Cal's little brother. He's 6'7".
Yeah, he's
a big
kind of
boy.
A big guy. Hey, listen, we want to thank everybody involved in this. We got Chuck. We got Kevin. We got our cameraman. We got John Kidd. We got John Watson. We have our spotter, Kirk Hunter. My broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel. But most importantly, we thank you for watching this wherever you may be. Don't go anywhere, because that's only part 1. Part 2 is next. We've got Alpena and Trenton getting together, and we'll have it for you on Game Time Live. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian, saying so long for now from Trenton, where your final score, Catholic Central 5 and Houghton 2. State Champs Game Time Live, presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com.